I'd like to use Gene's 48 Buick Super as an illustration of how God deals with us. When Gene and I each saw that car for the first time, it needed some work. It needed a paint job. It needed some change in interior. It needed some change in the glass. It needed different tires. It needed different wheels. It needed a different engine. It needed a different transmission. As far as we were both concerned, the whole thing needed everything done over again. But both of us saw the potential in that vehicle. And it was a car that I don't know how long had been sitting there for sale. Lots and lots of people would have driven right by it and said, that's a worthless piece of junk. Who would ever want that? I can go buy a brand new one. But we saw the potential, and we yearned to own it and to be able to work on it and make it something that we saw. I think of Jesus' story about the lost sheep. You know, he already had 99 sheep. He didn't need the 100th sheep. He could have got by. If you have 100 sheep and you lose one, big deal. It's 1%. But he gave up all the 99 to seek out the one that looked like it had the least potential, and to go and work on it and strive to restore it back to the fold, which he did. And I believe he tells us that story so that we can see the potential in a person. I'm going to be frank here. Your church really impresses me. It really does. Before I was ever here, I was impressed because you had a large number of baptisms in your recent meetings. Praise the Lord. Work hard to make those people feel like they belong and need to stay. But when I came here, I was really impressed, because there are probably some groups of people in the world who would be selective and say, well, if you don't have the amount of money that I have, I don't want to be your friend. You know, if you're blind or have thick glasses, I don't want to be your friend. If you're in a wheelchair, I don't want to be your friend. But you know, Jesus doesn't care. Every one of us are hopelessly crippled, hopelessly blind, hopelessly deformed and not measuring up to the potential. But Jesus sees the potential. And I have to say, I really appreciate this church family and how you open your arms to everybody. And it's a bit of a challenge, I'm sure, to mix some music that you might not be used to with some worship style that you're used to. Those kind of struggles we deal with. But praise the Lord, we as a Christian body need to be like Christ and be open and accept all and become a family.